Hi everyone, Al the Psych here. I have a quick video for you today for informational purposes only that I've entitled Anabolic Steroids Pros and Cons. Now I was reviewing some research on a study called Clustering Psychopathology in Male Anabolic Androgenic Steroid Users and Non-Using Weightlifters. This is from May of 2023. Now I saw this in SciPost, and the research article appeared in Brain and Behavior. Okay. Now, the study was conducted in Norway, and the study encompassed 118 previous and current steroid users and 97 weightlifters who confirmed that they had never used steroids. Now, just some of the pros about steroid use. Steroid users have been demonstrating that they're much stronger than non-users, although they spend less time in the gym, every week. Steroids promote muscle growth, tissue repair, and we know the steroids are used illicitly by athletes, bodybuilders, to enhance muscle mass, strength, performance. Cons: the misuse of steroids can lead to a range of adverse health effects, cardiovascular issues, hormone imbalances, psychological disturbances. Studies indicate that psychiatric disorders are more common among steroid users compared to the general population. This is the case with both male and female users of steroids. Now back to the study. The participants completed the Millen Clinical Multi-Axle Inventory 3, MCMI 3. I used this decades ago, although it wasn't the third edition. It's an extensive self-report instrument assessing a number of personality disorders and psychopathological syndromes. Now, results show that steroid users were, on average, over 17 pounds heavier than non-steroid users, and they spent less time training per week, but were stronger, as indicated by the number of bench presses and squats that they were able to do. Now, 41% of steroid users consume prescription medications, in stark contrast to only 7% usage that was observed among the non-steroid users. There's a big difference there. So we're starting to see some pros and cons here. Now, steroid users displayed significantly higher scores on, again, we're talking about the Millen here, on all personality disorder and clinical syndrome scales, with the exception of the narcissistic scale. All of the other personality disorder scales, clinical syndrome scales, were higher when compared to non-using weightlifters. Okay, so it's a concern there. Now, the no psychopathology cluster, that's a cluster is a grouping of subscales. The no psychopathology cluster was most common among non-using weightlifters, while the severe multipathology cluster was found almost exclusively among steroid users. So steroid users also displayed the highest scores on drug and alcohol dependence syndrome. So you can see some real pros and cons here when we're comparing steroid users versus non-steroid users. The only issue, or the question that I have, there's that chicken and egg question. Do the steroid users come in already having some psychopathological issues, or is it the steroids that are actually exacerbating or bringing on issues that maybe weren't even in existence before? And we don't have the answers to that on this study. So anyway, interesting information. There's definitely some pros in terms of steroids, in terms of muscular development, but there's some definite downers when we're talking about psychological side effects, and even, physical side effects as well. Anyway, hopefully it was useful. If you want to get the actual study, go to Brain and Behavior. It's in that particular journal. And that's it for now. Thanks.